Hey, what is going on, guys? It's your boy Az. We are back here. We're going to be running the Sentry Echoes once again here, and we're going to be running a similar team that we used last time, except this time the only difference is we're going to be using 4 characters for people trying to min and max this baby out here. And of course, as well, I did try it with 3 characters, and for some weird reason, when I used 3 characters, Sentry wasn't summoning enough summons, which is weird. Maybe there's some sort of game mechanic in there. I haven't really looked at his kit overall, but clearly there's a set number, and I guess he has less summons when there's less characters on the board. So 4 is kind of the minimum right now, at least until someone else figures it out. There's a lot of brilliant minds out there, so I'm sure if someone can figure it out, they'll hopefully be able to shed some light on that. But other than that, for this one, we will be focusing on with Null here. He's G20, level 110. Everything's maxed out there. Then we're going to use Venom here. Venom, we're pretty much just going to use his basic so that he fills his speed bar. And then, of course, as well, having him as a striker also gives him that extra little hit. So that's also nice. Our boy Quicksilver, he obviously Arena Meta King right now, so makes total sense that we would use him here. And finally, if you guys have seen some of my other footage already, you'll know that Carnage is kind of the key to this entire combo, right? The double Carnage on the board makes this strategy work. And once we get underway and once we get going here, and I'll kind of talk about the opening moves, then I don't know if I'll talk for the entire video because it is quite lengthy, but I'll get the basis going, and then you guys will have it there. And then, of course, as well, I will probably just shut up and let you guys have the full gameplay of it. The last time I did do this video, or the previous video, I guess in this case, I didn't do the entire gameplay of it. I just kind of did little snapshots of when I had 75%, 50%, and 25%. So for this one, I will be going basically from 100% all the way down to 0, so you guys can kind of see the entire fight. And I wanted to switch things up a little bit here too by using 4 characters instead of 5. So hopefully helps you guys out. Okay, and I won't go over the mods and whatever because that was already done in my previous video, but just get enough mods on there so you can get the the 2.6, which is difficulty 8, no mods running, very similar to when we ran Echoes of Abyss with Null. And again, this lineup really doesn't matter what the formation is. The most important thing here is ensuring that when you do that opening move, you do not kill off any minions. Make sure you basic Sentry. Then when it gets to Null's turn, then you can target everybody, because we want Null to have the Carnage on the board when the other ones drop. When they drop, that's going to give the speed bar. That's going to allow for our characters to take multiple turns, and this is pretty much it. This is the opening move that's going to basically set you up for the entire course of the battle here. And hopefully you guys are able to see here that if Sentry does take a turn or 2, it's not going to be too shabby. But we will basically just get ourselves oriented in a way so that even if he takes a turn or 2, it's not going to do too much damage. And then once we get going overall, he will not take another turn for the entire duration of this battle. And that's kind of the key to this entire thing. If you guys have tried using your Exalted X-Men, your Shadow Conclave, absolute crap, right? Everybody just sucks, right? So he takes a couple turns here, which is fine. And then, of course, as well, we survive the opening blows. And then this is where I will start speeding the footage up so you guys can kind of see it at full speed, or times 3 speed or whatever. And that's just because it just takes forever. It takes too long. People also mentioned that you can auto this as well. I did hit auto and then I died. So then I realized, okay, well, I'm going to have to play through this whole thing then. I think I hit auto and I got to about like 40% or 30. I don't even know what happened. 1 second, I'm looking at my phone. Next second, I'm dead. So I'm like, oh, okay, well, I guess I got to do this again. So, yeah, you can auto. I'm sure it works. I just didn't want to do another reset on it because it takes 15 minutes, and I wanted to use my phone. And, yeah, obviously, if you're recording, I can't really use my phone. So, anyways, so, yeah, you just want to keep saving your attacks for the summons. It's going to go. And then, of course, as well, like I said, it's kind of over, right? Sentry's not going to take another turn here because every time he gets low enough, he's going to get his turn close enough, and you can't really see the turn meter on here because we already kind of screwed it up. I think it kind of went out of whack because of how buggy it is, right, with this turn speed bar thing. But he's going to summon. You're going to kill. The important thing is always to make sure you kill all the summons before he changes back to Sentry or back to Void. If he does that and he's, kills off some of the minions, that doesn't really help. I don't know if it changes anything. I just noticed that clearly when I hit auto, something must have went wrong, and we must not have, killed the minions off and got the speed bar in return. So hence why we are playing this manually. But hopefully you guys are able to see that here. And then, again, you're just doing some damage to Sentry by himself. He changes to Void. And then, aim for the minions, get the kills, get the speed bar going, get some additional hits. You do not want to switch him back to Sentry until those guys are dead. Then you can focus on Sentry, right? Apply the negatives, apply the hits. And hopefully you guys are able to see that here. It's basically just, like I said, rinse and repeat. Next wave comes. Target the other characters if you can. Get that speed bar going. With Venom, I try to do the basics so that he always gets a speed bar, but if he can spread negatives so that he hits other characters, great. That works as well, because he can definitely spread lots of negatives. And as you see here, he's just basicking everybody to death. He's going to get more speed bar and back. And again, we're just basicking, get some, more speed bar back to Venom. And really, having the extra character here as a 5th probably would help. But you can see here that the 4-man style works just fine. I don't know why. For some weird reason, like I said before, I had 3 characters, and he just didn't summon any characters. It was just low summons, didn't work well. I think I got to about 80%, and then we just got nuked. So you can do it 4-man style or 5-man style, but this is probably, if you're looking from a minimal standpoint, this is probably the best way forward. Having said that, though, investing resources on Carnage on those trash Thunderstrike orbs is kind of not really the Thunderstrike. I said Thunderstrike there. Thunderbolt orbs, excuse me, is kind of not really the best use of your resources. But I needed to, show that you can be done here at the higher levels, because that was something that I wanted to, I had that kind of in my back pocket already, and I wanted to kind of showcase that, right? Having said that, if you want to just go for the minimum unlock, which is gear tier 19, do that instead. Save your resources. You don't need to bring your Carnage up. It is quite an expensive ask to bring, a kind of an outdated old character to G20. But I am a big spider nut. I do love Carnage. I do love Venom. I'm a big spider nut, and my son actually loves Carnage and Venom, so it's fine. I'll explain it to him that, hey, it worked out. We made a video on it as well to help some people out, and my son will understand that as well. So anyways, hopefully this has made sense. I'm not going to talk for the rest of the video here, because it's crazy. I don't need to. I've already done the commentary from the other videos. I'm going to attach them in the description as well if you guys need it. Having said that, now I wish you guys all the best luck here if you guys do decide to go this route. And like I said already, just aim those AoEs, nuke them down. Sentry's not going to take another turn. You're going to get this done smoothly here, and it shouldn't be an issue here moving forward. We'll see what Scopely decides to do here in the future if they decide to add diamonds to Sentry. But other than that, I would not invest your resources, especially right now with the Blade Tower going on and whatever else they may announce this week. If there is any announcements regarding the new breaker, regarding the new teams, perhaps that they'll be on. And so it's probably a best use of your resources to kind of hold them closer to your chest. Other than that, I promised I would let you guys here go early. So there you go. Enjoy the footage of it with just the music and not me blabbing. And like I said, I hope you guys get the most out of this event, and I'll see you guys in the next one.